Iron Riddle. It's called the Aviation Fat Rant. Reference to the show Feeding the Fatness. I've been working in aviation for a long ass time. I've participated in teams to reduce the weight of an aircraft, particularly to reduce the weight of one engine. 2 years of research, brainstorming materials, evaluations, stress tests, and new processes. We reduced the weight of an engine by 57 pounds for an engine that weighs over 14,000 pounds.
Fuck.
We spent millions of dollars to save 57 fucking pounds. Why? Because 70 to 75% of an airline's total operating cost is jet fuel.
Correct.
When you spend billions of dollars in fuel and can save 1% in fuel cost, that becomes a shit ton of money over time. Charging extra for checked bags or for fat bodies is the airline trying to stay in business by reducing weight or charging extra for people who want to pack on the pounds. When you have 300 passengers and each one takes an extra 57 pounds of baggage, ass, or both, do the math. I'm so pissed off at this bullshit entitlement right now. If I ate and drank everything that I wanted to, I would easily be 400 pounds instead of 200, but instead I use self-control and discipline to eat and drink responsibly. I've had some of these fat fornicators try to shame me for being skinny. Oh, it must be nice to be so skinny. I said, dude, I only eat and drink about 1,500 to 2,000 calories a day. He actually said, I don't even eat 1,500 calories a day. Your McDonald's combo meal in front of you is over 1,500, so is that all you're eating for the day? Damn it!
I do the same thing.
What the heck?
I rarely go over 2,500 calories.
I love seeing the cognitive disconnect of these people, that these fat positive influencers on YouTube, TikTok, or like that show, My 600-Pound Life. They lie through their teeth because they're food addicts. They're just like drug addicts, and they will lie about their behavior and try to make themselves the victim constantly.
And you were talking about the airlines saving fuel, right?
Yeah.
Well, there are, I believe, is it 2 or 3 airlines out there that are going to widen the aisles.
Yep.
And give some of these fat, gravitationally challenged individuals a free seat.
I just don't get it.
They are going to burn through their money needlessly to preserve somebody's feelings. And we all know what feelings mean to reality.
Bullshit. Nothing.
Jack and shit. Yeah.
Yep. And Jack left town.
Yeah. So, yeah, reality is going to eat your lunch. It doesn't matter if you believe in it or not, or if you're whatever your feelings are. You're still going in the salad bowl. You're going to get chewed up and turn into a turd.
It's just going to create risk and increase price.
Correct.
That's it.
I got a couple more chats here. This is Donut Guard's 20th super chat. Thank you very much. He says, movie night suggestion, 6-String Samurai. Basically Fallout with rock and roll. All right.
I never heard of it.
I hadn't either. Count Chad the Impaler, Boy and His Dog is a short movie, has the same post-apocalyptic feel as the Fallout games. Pop will love the ending, but don't spoil it for him.
All right.
And last but not least, Outcast of the Maggot People. One thing that I like about Europe is their integrated train system and the ease of traveling without using an automobile or flying on a jet plane.
For now.
For now, yeah. They want their 15-minute cities so that they can
Well,
basically make you a slave to consumerism.
Anyone who sits there, looks you in the face and go, Europe is just, they're so advanced. They're so peaceful over there.
Yeah, right.
All right. There have been wars raging across Europe forever.
Yeah.
World wars. We had the Mongols. We had the Russians, the Huns. You had Nazi Germany, World War I Germany. And oh my God. I mean, the list goes on and on.
And I love being the one to point out, I was like, it's funny that, they keep referring to Europe as like this bastion of democracy and peacefulness and low gun crime and all this other stuff, none of which is true. Mm-hmm. Well, in some places it is, like Iceland, for example. But every single time they refer to these places, I always have to remind them, you do know that most of those countries are like 95% white. And most of them have more guns than we do per capita.
Their population is nothing compared to like our country.
Yeah. It's like, so this whole diversity is our strength thing. It doesn't work unless you actually have assimilation into a culture. Multiculturalism is a fucking cancer.
Yes, it is.
It doesn't work.
No,
I mean, I don't give a shit about race one way or another, but I love the people who just, that's all they see. and then you let them know, well, you keep referring to these countries. You do know this about them, right?
What about that racial appropriation baloney?
Yeah.
So I can't enjoy Chinese food or Japanese food
I'm
because I'm
sorry.
white?
Cultural appropriation is bullshit, especially when it's peddled by people who love to pretend they invented everything.
Correct. Listen, I love Mexican food. I always have.
Yep.
And I'm not Mexican, obviously, because I'm not fat.
You know, they're already begging for the white farmers to come back.
And Rhodesia.
In all these places where they were stealing their land and killing them if they refused to leave. Now they're begging for them back.
Yes.
Because the people are starving.
Too late.
Hilarious. Like, no, fuck you. Just no.
When all is you do, and this is exactly what multiculturalism does, it blends everything into a steaming pile of shit, but it creates nothing but competition because everybody's focused on a difference. So we're all in competition. Without that, there's no cooperation, there's no empathy, and because of that, you cannot function.
Yeah,
it just can't work.
Cultural appropriation is a good thing because it actually brings us together as Americans. That's why they want to demonize it.
I always look at, like, when we talked about the overweight people that are going to make my baggage claims more expensive. It's like everybody talks about this. We're going to socialize medicine. No, you're not going to increase my kids' taxes to go enable shit behavior and poor fucking choices. But if you want to put something into like schools or whatever that is actually an investment into healthy eating, like how do you grow your food? How do you have the proper nutrition? Blood type diets, did like hormonal changes because there's differences. I know that. Diets that can help that growth, diets that can help the brain. Do some shit like that. That's an investment to your culture and your society progressing forward. That's fucking health. Not this other fucking go eat McDonald's and I'm going to put you on fucking GQ and call you fucking fabulous. Fuck off.
I know, right? Texas actually invests more money in cancer research than our own fucking government. And why? Because the people of Texas actually voted to have a higher tax specifically for that.
Well,
it's almost like, if government actually functions the way that it's supposed to, and it doesn't become a career for insider trading, Nancy Pelosi,
just follow her
shit. It can be okay.
Yeah.
It's when it becomes too big for its own britches and it tries to figure out more ways to steal your money. And that's where we're at.
And whenever you're pulling at the emotional strings, you're telling me you have no logical, valid argument to sell me. That is my red flag.
Boom, there you go.
And listen, they're weaponizing our compassion and mercy against us.
Yeah. And now Whitmer in this state is trying to go after homeschooling parents. My wife was telling me that she does a homeschooling co-op with my boy every Tuesday. There was a state vehicle watching the parents drive in. And I'm like, okay, so you want to declare war on homeschooling parents. Why? Well, because for some of them, it's a front to hide child abuse. Think of the children. Think of the children that you want murdered at Planned Parenthood.
So that
you Nazi anal sex having cunt.
So were they watching at your house?
No, at the co-op. They were literally watching the parents drive in, like counting them, writing down license plates. Who the hell knows?
Do the same thing to them.
Yeah.
Everyone get out, film them. Film their fucking license plate and go expect a FOIA request and a possible lawsuit.
Yep. And there's going to be letters to our senators, and I hope you brought a helmet.
Yeah.
Yes. And when they like, I'm a bit like, if you think something is amiss, it usually is. Call that shit out.
Damn right.
Be a good man. Don't be a fucking nice guy. You might have to create an adversary. You might have to create some administrative bullshit. But you know what? Deal with it.
Exactly.
Take it. It's the only way it's going to change.
Yep. We got to stop being so damn polite in the face of evil.
That's right. Evil.
They want to be the petty and I don't know you ethical and moral. Okay, we meet them on the same way. You give me paperwork, I give you paperwork.
Correct.
Boom. Watch Grunt Speak live every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And if you want to join Pop for Supporter Sundays, go to redonkulous.com/donate and make a monthly pledge. A link is in the meat caser box.